All right, we're going to show some clips of a video I did 2006 F-350 changing the ABS sensors in the front. I did this after I tried to change the one in the back, which is much easier to do. So I got some clips and some tips. You're going to have to, I think they're valuable for you if you've never done this before. I did it on my phone, holding my phone in my hand. So this is what I got. All right, so hope you appreciate it. Let me know, like, share, whatever. Okay, so we're changing the front ABS sensors on a 2006 F-350. Nice and dirty, as you can see. We got the wheel, rotor, and caliper off. We got the Allen bolt out of the top of the ABS sensor, which is right there. We're hitting it with a little PB blaster. So that is a 5mm Allen there. There's probably a SAE equivalent, but this is, so you can see where this thing threads back through here and then connects right here. So I'm getting an ABS light on the dash, and this is the replacement unit right here. So looks like it has all of the appropriate accoutrement. Hoping it fits, slides through here somehow, so we don't have to take the heat shield off, because that puppy is behind the hub here, as you can see, behind the hub. So not sure what the deal is here, but hopefully we can snake this through there. So that's where we are. Right now we're in a position to shimmy this out. You got to be careful, because if you break this off, you can see the sensor here, it's plastic. You break the bottom of this off, down in there, you got to take the hub out, which is this big deal. And you don't want to do that if you don't have to. So you don't want to have to take the hub off to get this thing out of here. So you need to be really careful, take your time, and then I'm pretty sure we can snake this thing in through this hole here. Looks like that's what it's created for. Anyway, so we'll show you where we are when we get this out and get the new one in. All right, so another tip I'm going to show you that I saw on another video, which was a really good idea. This is actually a pretty good idea for anytime you're using, anytime you're loosening a bolt that has a high likelihood or possibility of stripping out. So Allen keys are notorious. Torques are probably just as bad. It'll also work for a Phillips head, even a flathead in a lot of cases, but any kind of stuck bolt with an inset fitting like an Allen, just stick the fitting in there and you know, hit it with some PB blast, as you can see I did there, and then just hit it with the hammer. I know it may seem counterintuitive, but that's actually gonna break any corrosive seal, rust, whatever on the threads, and decrease the resistance in spinning this bolt out of here. So just a little tip, you can do that everywhere, but I would highly suggest it here with these 5mm Allen bolts. Plus you want to make sure too that the fitting is seated all the way down as far as it'll go. Sometimes rust gets in there or garbage, and it may not go down all the way, and then you get worse bite, and you may only be like partially way in and strip the bolt. So anyway, that's just a little tip. One more quick note, when taking off these calipers, you'll notice that it's hard to get a impact wrench back here on the caliper bolts because of the shock tower. So you'll notice I put a Bilstein leveling kit on this a couple years ago. But anyway, the simple trick is just turn the wheel in this case, turn it so this back flips out, and then you can get the impact wrench in there, and I'll show you once the wheels turn, what I'm talking. All right, so that's turned now. Now you see I got a little path to get the impact wrench in there. So I don't have a caddy to hold this while I'm doing it, but I could show you how the impact wrench fits in back here now, where it wouldn't fit before. So here's my little IR compact impact, and goes in right now. Now you can get it in right here on the bottom. If you can see that, we're on it. So this one has the line in the way here, so we're probably gonna, don't want to crack that line because that means we're gonna have to bleed the brakes. So we're gonna try and do it without breaking this brake line, because that would suck, because bleeding brakes sucks. Anyway, so here you can see this is the other side. This is the ABS sensor we're going to replace here. It travels the same path and comes up here. Yeah, and then goes up into the ABS unit. So this one of them is bad, maybe both, I don't know. 20 something bucks for both parts on Amazon, $27 I think, with free shipping if you're a Prime member. So this is a labor job, not a part job. So if you have the equipment to do this, save yourself a couple $100 and do it yourself. If you do your own brakes, you can do this, right? All right. So one other tip here while I'm on the subject and have this thing apart. Notice this gray stuff here that is on the top of the rotor in this. So these are aluminum wheels, and that's a steel rotor, and they're not like, so they have a tendency to seize. So we use this Permatex. We also put a little on the nuts, on the lugs, so the lug nuts don't seize up. Just a little tip for the future. Makes the wheels come off a lot easier. This is a big deal in the back. The fronts tend to come off a lot more often because the rotors, the pads I mean, need to be replaced more often because more of the stopping load is on the front of the vehicle. So you're going to take the fronts off more often. These pads and rotors were probably changed out, I don't know, 10,000 miles ago. You can see there's a lot of meat on these. Even the pads have a lot of meat on them. So we're just changing the ABS sensor. So we're just taking the caliper and rotor off, like we did on the other side. Hopefully it makes the light go away. Regardless, though, I wanted to show you this little. Get a bottle of this Permatex at the auto parts store. You can use this on anything that tends to seize, rust. Anytime you have like metals mating and you don't want them to be permanently mated, absolutely use this stuff. It's a lifesaver and will save you a lot of pain and energy, especially in the backs when you got to start beating them with a sledgehammer to get the wheels off, like I had to do when I just changed the calipers. But anyway, just a little tip. Commercial for PB Blast. This is your friend. Spray it on everything you're going to be taking out. These little 8mm bolts here. The caliper bolts. And when you get this rotor off, you're going to spray the top of the ABS sensor. You definitely don't want to break that off in there. So if you don't have PB Blaster, while you're getting Permatex at the auto parts store or online, get yourself some of that. Okay, well, that's one side done. And one little tip here for those of you that may not know is you want to putting the caliper back on to the rotor. Sometimes you need one of these little puppies right here, which squeezes the pads out so the caliper and the pads can fit back around the rotor. So that's the pass-through done. We're going to do the exact same thing on this side. And then hopefully we won't have an ABS light anymore. Alright, so here's the new unit in. This actually snaked right through here just barely. So there's the 5 mil, there's 8 mil nuts, bolts here, here, and here. And then this is just a push-in clip, and then this is a metal clip here, and then it just clips back here, and that's it. So we're gonna put the rotor and caliper back in, put the tire on, and do the other side. But that's essentially it for these. Hopefully replacing both of these fronts. I already replaced the back one, which was a 5-minute job. Tried that first, but that clearly didn't do the trick. So hopefully these two will do it. This is kind of a scary proposition here, but I think part of it is because I have the wheel turned all the way, but this is really kind of close here. I don't really love that. So I may put a little, I may put something there, like a little wire loom or something on there.